Hey everyone, Professor Mike here with Devin and Dale. We're going to be working on the arm lock flow drill here that we were showing the guys. This one's a lot of fun. It works through a lot of mechanics for different locks and how they can join together, but we're definitely not going to be doing this one fast. We're looking at sensitivity for this, of when is a good time to switch from one lock to another, and what do you feel with your partner's arm so we're not injuring each other. If you start doing this one fast, like we have in the other videos where we beat the black belts, this is for sure where you're going to injure your partner. So we're going to be very gentle. Gentlemen, who's down? All right, Dale's down, Devin's on top. We're going to start with the Americana. Can you do the whole series once so everyone can see what's going on? Got their Americana, arm stretches out. Go for the arm bar. He's going to spin for Kimura. Leg over the head, excellent. Then he stretches his arm out again, goes for that arm bar, turns his hand, and looks for Americana. Freeze. Yeah, that's good. Keep on. Lift that up, good. So let's scooch back a little bit. So we got a lot of details here that we can work on. This is a really good one for adjustment. So we get our side mount. Starting in the Americana. So however you get there, I'm not too concerned about it. It's just getting to the Americana. So we have good grips for Americana. You can see partners are ready to tap, and that's why we don't want to go too fast. So for Devin, he should be trying to feel like, okay, I think this feels fairly tight because it's an old man. He's arm locking. So as he puts a little bit of pressure on, Dale's going to do two things. One, he's going to tap when he's ready, and he's going to extend his arm at the same time. Two very common things that might happen. So put a little bit of pressure on Devin. Good, and now you straighten your arm up. Now, here's the important part. We want to keep a hand on the wrist at all times. So Devin's going to keep this hand here. This one stays here. We're going to push this hand down. Now, if you look, the thumb is up. That's going to be an important detail. So he's pushing the wrist down, and he's going to do this. I know you're not old enough to drive a motorcycle. No, wait, you're an old man already. Roll that, rev that engine. It's the, no, this hand. It's the backwards way to drive. You know, we do this for a motorcycle, but I suppose you could do that if you wanted to look cool. So yes, as lifting this up and pushing down, puts pressure for the arm lock. When Dale feels that, he's going to bend his arm this way. Hand stays on the wrist. He pulls out his bottom hand and then doubles up on the wrist. Then the top hand comes out, goes underneath, grabs his own wrist for Kimura. Now, when we're going for Kimura, Devin's going to switch his hip down, put the leg over the head, put a little bit of pressure, so I'll get out of your way here. Keep that arm nice and bent, and he's going to put a little pressure, and when he feels it, Dale's going to tap and start to straighten his arm out. Now you're going to follow the wrist. That's super important. Other hand stays there. We're going to adjust for that reverse arm lock. And that one can be a little challenging, a little finicky. If a really common thing is Devin moves his arm on the other side of the elbow, and I'll go for the arm lock. It's not there, is it? It's on the wrong side of the elbow. So if my elbow is right here, Devin wants his arm just on the shoulder side, armpit side of the elbow. If it's on the forearm side, it's not going to work. So you can make that little adjustment. It looks pretty good. Good. Push that wrist down and rev that engine. Good. Now when that happens, Dale's going to rotate. Devin pulls his hand out, goes underneath, and there's his Americana. So now, nice and gentle, go all the way through the series, all the way up and down. Let's go. So, little tap, stretch that arm out, follow the arm. Good. Americana, reverse arm bar. Follow the wrist for your Kimura. Good. Stretch the arm out for your arm bar. Keep that wrist. There's your arm bar. Good. Turn for the Americana. And keep that elbow on the floor for the Americana. Very, very important detail. All right, so you can relax for a little bit. It's tight on the arm, isn't it? So if your partner is really like cranking on the submission, this is one where you have to be careful because you could injure your partner with this one. So be very gentle. One thing that you can do is tap early, tap often, and as you tap, start to stretch your arm out. Okay, so you're not waiting until it hurts. If it hurts, you're kind of waiting a little bit too late. So we have to be careful because that's just repetitive damage on all parts of your elbow and your shoulder. So be careful with this one, but we have Americana, arm bar, Kimura, back to arm bar, back to Americana, and of course then you got to do the other side, and then let your partner do it too, okay? Have fun with it, guys. Thanks, guys.